last time on Dice Funk?
I think it's at the church. Erlen hands Anne the dowsing rod and says, once you get there, this should help you find it.
I'm getting the idea that Daniel is being completely straight with us and that we just don't understand how this stick works.
Are you trying to intimidate the priest?
I guess I am trying to intimidate the priest, so I'm rolling.
An entire doorway has appeared in the wall where there was none.
Gorfanax is the stones, right?
Yep.
And the whole city is made out of the stones.
Yep.
Is he bleeding?
I burned a lot of the city.
Oh.
I think this is the most dangerous place to be.
I will hold the fang from now on, and he walks over there, and he takes it.
We're running, yeah. I don't know if that was clear.
Yeah.
All right. As they hit you, they are pushing you back.
Is Gorfanax taking a shit, and we're like in his bowels right now?
Okay.
But then you're like trying to reach him, and you're like, grab my hand. And Leon's like, you have to reach farther. And you're like, I can't reach farther. Grab my fucking hand.
I think this is the part where we seriously have to consider Rinaldo throwing the items to Allana.
Danyan appears.
Oh, God, Daniel, this guy.
And you recognize the spell as freedom of movement.
And just yells, run!
Ronaldo runs.
What was that?
Do you guys happen to have, like, a blue whale in your basement?
No.
Then we might have a problem.
I'll try to make this campaign, this session quick by just making sure I do the thing that's going to like make this campaign unwinnable for us that I was planning to do last week.
Oh my god, I swear to God, if you're going to destroy those things, I'm going to assassinate the shit out of you.
No, it's not. Why Ronaldo's not planning to do that.
Oh, good.
Do you think it'll be narratively satisfying for listeners if you cockblock the entire campaign?
I don't know how he could destroy them, but anyway,
We should start. I was thinking about trying to talk Leon out of his plan, but he's just going to do it anyway. There's no reasoning with that man.
Real talk, while Austin was helping me level up, we were kind of speculating about what you were going to do, Leon.
okay.
And we were literally like, okay, well, honestly, if he's gonna do a total party kill, we're really like, there's no way that we could prevent that.
Okay.
I mean, Allana's leveled up. She's at 5. We're at 6, but the way her rogue works is basically her assassinate thing. She has a gun. She can blow someone's head clean off.
Yeah, I could literally kill you. It's great.
Yeah, like if by surprise, but I'm gonna be looking at you while I'm doing it.
They're breaking eye contact.
You don't know that!
Look. All right, can we start?
Okay. So, yeah, very specifically, the last time that we saw the party, they had just emerged from a moist crevasse in the bottom of the church.
Ew.
And appear to have recovered the Fang of Gorfanax. So, all right, Leon, if you want to get to starting killing everybody.
Where exactly are we?
You're standing in the office at this point in time. The office that the
We're still in the church.
the door had reappeared in. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anne is hugging Dan Onion.
It's
Right.
an
And-
onion.
And Ronaldo's standing there with the 2 items. And
No,
Allana is just...
he has them in sacks. He's not like dual wielding a ball and a knife that he doesn't want to use. But yeah, okay.
Can you dual wield balls?
I have that proficiency or a skill. Anyway, Ronaldo says to Danyan, he says, "So let me get this straight. You had no idea that door was there."
He looks at you and shakes his head and says no.
I'm just saying, like, when I had a home, I knew when there was and was not a hellmouth. So,
As you guys are talking, you hear pretty disgusting slurping noises from the door behind you.
oh god, let's close it.
Kind of begins to sort of like pop open and closed a little bit. Almost like a mouth trying to, like, from side to side, trying to make sounds.
Anne explains to Rinaldo that she cast magic on it, and she knows that someone recently constructed that door frame. Like, she explains what she found last episode. That is not something that he was hiding.
Okay, Rinaldo says, we need to make this door not exist, because something could come out of it if we went into it.
Well, we can't actually destroy it because, the only way to destroy it would be through magic, right? I don't think Anne knows that spell.
Okay, Rinaldo looks at Danyan and says, do you know how to undoor something? Is that a spell you have?
He looks at you and raises his hands kind of helplessly and says, I'm a priest. I heal people. I mend wounds and the sick. I can make food and water.
Okay.
I mean, if someone knows to spell magic, maybe it would work. But if Gorfanax is the stone, then he's every building. He's the ground. He's literally inescapable. All we can do is run away or kill it. I think we should go back to Lord Erlin and tell him we have the stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Rinaldo looks at Danyan and says, maybe you should evacuate your church, because something might come out of that thing.
He nods his head, sort of in agreement, and says, you might be onto something, but I have no idea where we'd evacuate everyone to.
I think we just need to evacuate the entire city. I think Lord Erlin will lift the lockdown if we explain things to him, because he knows what's going on. This entire city is doomed.
That's a plan.
Well, where do you suggest we start sending people to?
That's above my pay grade. I mean, the Church of Avandra is
2 weeks away.
The Travelers. I'm saying we could send people there. I don't know how. I mean, I'm not an organizer of caravans, but that's my best suggestion. They would take everyone they could, and it wouldn't be an end point. It would be a stepping stone on the road to wherever you're going. Also, I'm not super familiar with the geography of this made-up fantasy world. But the point is, you can't stay here if you want to keep your souls and or limbs.
Well, Danyan thoughtfully considers the suggestion for a moment, and then says, well, I will start gathering up as many of the locals as I can, and see about putting together a group of travelers.
Yeah.
We're going to go check in with the Lord, talk about lifting the lockdown, and show him that we have the items, and then hope he has plan C.
Okay.
Danyan, I was just wondering if maybe we should alert people, but in a way that's not panic mode.
I don't think they're going to believe you if you say there's an evil butt monster under the ground. You probably just say oh, there's fire, it's bad, come with me.
Yeah, that's literally probably what you're going to have to do, is that everything's on fire. Come with me if you want to live.
Sounds like a better idea than the alternative.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the herbalist shop.
All
Yep,
right.
we do.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm useful and shit.
Oh, along the way, Rinaldo takes out the 2 items and says, I wonder what would happen if I touched them.
You've touched them both at this point.
No, touch them together.
Oh, God.
Oh. I mean, they're both him. It'd just be like rubbing your rubbing your tummy and patting your head or something. I don't know.
Well, maybe it will destroy the universe, but all right, Rinaldo touches them together.
Oh, God, if it's that easy, I swear to God.
Was that your campaign ending plan?
It's part of it. And does anything occur, Johnny?
As the fang gets closer and closer to the orb,
Fuck.
The orb goes from being a sort of a slightly kind of sickly yellowish color, kind of a yellowy orange, increasingly more orange, until when it's just a couple of inches apart, it goes blood red. The fang, too, begins to... I'm not sure if I properly detailed exactly, what the fang looks like. Essentially, it looks as though the handle has been jammed into the root of the tooth. And judging from the shape of the fang, you can tell that it was then encased in kind of a dagger-like exterior to possibly disguise the fact that it was a giant knife made from a very, very ugly-looking tooth. And as it gets closer and closer to the orb, this fluid begins to seep out of the root of the tooth that the handle is kind of jammed into. Both items start to get very, very, very heavy in your hands.
Very juicy.
Rinaldo stops doing it and he says, "Guys, I'm doing magic. Look, I had an idea and it did something, but I don't know how to discern what it was. So we'll ask Lord Erlin."
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll just ask. I was gonna say maybe we should make some checks, but fuck it, we're close to the exposition guy.
I was hoping that would destroy the universe, but okay.
Why are you hoping for that?
Well, I mean, out of character, I thought that would be hysterical if the game just ended suddenly.
Cool.
So I'm sorry. Did you go all the way to touching them then?
I'm gonna not do it because I kind of want to see how this plays out.
I feel like if you touch them together, like literally Gorfanax will just eat everything immediately.
Yeah, on second thought, I'm kind of having fun. Let's keep going.
It's it's in character for Rinaldo to be reckless, but not like self-destructive.
Right, I
Yeah.
know. He doesn't want to die, and since he notices that this is bad, he stops doing it because he is afraid of dying, basically. So he's not going to do it. We go to the herbalist shop then.
Okay. Before you even manage to make it out of the church, though, something happens.
Oh, okay.
It better be marshmallow.
Spoiler alert, it's not.
Okay, that was great. Sorry.
As you're on your way out of the nave, a strange, kind of like a creaking sound starts to make itself sort of pronounced. It's a little difficult to tell where it's coming from at first because, churches and their acoustics, right?
Tell me about it.
In fact, it's the first time that you've really paid attention to the sound in this church, and Rinaldo, being a reasonably skilled performer, you're sort of like, nice, this would be a nice place for a concert. Whip up a set list and just go. But it becomes clear almost immediately that the creaking sounds are coming from a couple of statues that line the front door of the church. And as you're paying closer and closer and closer attention to the creaking, you swear that you see one of them move.
Thaumaturgy voice. Oh shit!
Okay. What exactly am I seeing with this? I'm sorry, statue?
Yeah, there's two statues that line the inside entryway of the church. They're not in great shape.
Okay.
One of them is missing a head. The other one has only one arm. But you swear you're seeing them move.
Allana, shoot that! Shoot it!
Rinaldo immediately reacts and starts cutting at it with his sword.
Hold on, because she gets assassinate.
How do you? That works if you're in the shadows and catches something by.
No, it doesn't. I have advantage on foes who haven't moved, and all my surprise hits are critical.
Has it moved?
It moved in combat.
Yeah, moved in combat.
Oh, okay, that's different. All right, well, Rinaldo just reacts, is what I'm trying to say. He's not I don't know if I'm rolling for initiative on a statue, but he sees a thing move and starts hacking at it.
I mean, I'll shoot it. I don't have a problem shooting it.
Yeah, I mean, presumably we're at range when we see it. I'm just saying, that's the best. Just do that. No more talking. Shoot the statue.
All right, I shoot the statue.
All right.
Plus would assassinate qualify here, Johnny? Would I get advantage or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Artificial 20 and 11, so artificial 20.
Artificial 20 is a hit.
Sweet.
All hits are critical, plus your sneak attack damage.
Yep, so I rolled 2d8 plus 1 and 3d6. 7, so I did 16 damage.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Because that's just a regular crossbow you've got there, right?
Yeah, it's not anything special, I don't think.
Okay.
So it basically just glances off the statue.
You put a dead-eye shot in on the one that has one arm and still a head. That crossbow bolt flies true as shit and just right between the eyes, like anything else, and you would have been like, yes, fantastic. That bolt bounces off of that thing, and the statue itself has a blindfold wrapped around its head. And you kind of get the impression from the way that it cranes its neck towards you that if it could see through that carved blindfold, it would be giving you the evil eye something fierce. It begins to pull at its base a little bit, like you see the robe that covers where its feet would be begin to strain.
Anne was yelling with thaumaturgy as soon as she saw it move, and she's continuing to do so, but also adding like run and everybody run and variations of run. That's our new catchphrase is run away.
Yeah. I'm on my way. I'm so there. I'm so running.
Can I do something?
By all means.
I stab it in the dick with the Fang of Gorfanax.
Oh, okay, cool. You stab Gorfanax with Gorfanax.
Yeah, I want to see what happens. Rinaldo is a curious cat.
I swear to God, if you get swallowed, I'm gonna laugh.
It is still bound to the pillar, so you can go ahead and roll advantage on your attack.
Okay, so 23. I hit it with 23.
All right, 23 is a hit, then.
Okay. I don't know what the stats are for damage with the Fang of Gorfanax, though.
Give me just a second.
Okay.
A regular dagger is 1d4, but I don't think it's a regular dagger.
No, this dagger is weird.
No, it's like a uber amazing thing.
So this is either going to be really good, as like
or
you just
really terrible.
Yeah.
Rinaldo's full of ideas this episode.
Leon, it's for the purposes of rolling, it's going to do 1d4 plus 4.
Is that including his +3 to strength?
That is not including his plus 3.
Oh, okay, so it's 9.
Okay. All right, 9.
Yeah, it's a +4 dagger. It's pretty baller.
So I stabbed it in the dick. I mean, 23 is pretty spot on.
Uh-oh, Johnny just rolled something.
I don't know. I assume that's going to hurt me.
He rolled 3d6, and the result is a 14.
Which is pretty good.
It's, 14 out of 18. Pretty good.
Okay. So, Leon.
Yo.
You rather accurately give it a, what for in the crotch area.
Nice.
So, I don't know, at this point I'm thinking, like, maybe, because it's vampiric, right? I feel like stabbing things with Gorfanax will heal Gorfanax, but if it's himself, is, like, I don't even know
I don't know magic. And I don't just mean Rinaldo doesn't know magic, I mean I don't know magic.
So, in any case, okay. The dagger sinks in pretty easily.
Cool.
The stone, you guys have seen a lot of the stone in Stone Root behave very strangely in accordance to other physicality. It seems to, like, go back and forth between fleshy muck and rock on seemingly a whim. If you guys are aware of the change between the two, what it is that causes that, you are absolutely uncertain what it is that governs that. But this dagger sinks in pretty smoothly, and the noise that happens as a result, it's sort of like, imagine, if you will, this, like, wounded animal sound. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard a really hurt bear.
Who would hurt a bear? They're precious.
I don't know. I just, like, I'm trying to come up with descriptors here off the top of my head exactly. Like, it's a very deep sort of guttural sound that happens, and when the knife slips in, almost immediately. Sorry, which one are you stabbing?
I'm stabbing the one that I saw moving.
You saw both of them kind of move.
The same one that Allana was attacking.
Okay, all right. So Allana was attacking the one that had a single arm and one head.
Yeah.
As opposed to the no-headed two-armed one.
Yeah.
And as soon as that dagger sinks in, you hear that noise kind of emanate. It doesn't come out of the statue's mouth. It sort of appears sort of kind of around you. And in a slightly faster fashion than it was moving before, the statue, with its one remaining arm, attempts to grab at the dagger. It is not concerned with you at all anymore. It wants the knife.
Okay.
Ronaldo?
Yo.
Stop it.
All right. Does it take any, quote unquote damage that I can see?
Oh yeah. Like, whereas Allana's bolt kind of bounced harmlessly off the blindfold on the head, you can see that you've actually managed to pierce through the rock.
Okay.
And get inside to the soft, squishy center.
Okay. Rinaldo's done with this for now. And he says he just bolts and tries to get out of there, and he says, "There's more where that came from," and then he runs away.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but you're going to take an opportunity attack if you get into melee range and then run.
I'm sorry?
You go into melee range, he gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Well, I'm not going to be able to kill two statues, is what I'm trying to say. They're going to grab the dagger, and then that ends the game or something.
I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you.
Oh, okay.
That's what the consequence of your action is if we don't stand and fight.
Yeah, either you take your lumps, Leon, or you take your lumps and run away, or you're in this.
Oh, you can try to hit me.
You do have a bonus, remember, because you have extra attack, so you might as well use it. Otherwise, it just goes to waste.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know. No, maybe he'll roll and take the dagger from you. Actually, I don't know.
Fair enough. I mean, I'll do it. Here, what was I doing before? +6 for this thing?
Well, +4 because it's a +4 dagger.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I do?
No, I mean, it was +6 because of your strength and proficiency, but I didn't know it was a +4 dagger at the time.
The +4 doesn't matter. That's no dice.
I'd still miss. Yeah.
Okay.
Is he not getting advantage for the guy being stuck on the pedestal?
Oh, right. Yeah, make a second roll.
Oh, 16.
So 20.
Yeah. All right, that's a hit then.
Okay.
And then 1d4 plus 7.
8. Which is not good in like a general sense because it could have been much higher, but still 8 is good in, for a dagger.
Every time you attack it, Johnny rolls, and he won't tell us what the roll is for.
I know.
It's disconcerting.
It's trying to eat my soul, I'm pretty sure.
It's no bueno.
No, nothing's good.
Nothing is good. The Stone Root story.
Johnny's making like abacus calculations.
What are you doing now? What are you guys doing now?
I'm out of here.
Ronaldo still has his move, so he can move away. He'll just take an opportunity attack.
I'm out of here. I've stabbed it in the crotch twice, and I have had enough.
All right.
That is a pretty boss move to just run up, double tap, and run. You gonna run?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh no, I'm done. Ronaldo did his little display of strength, and now he's gonna run away.
You're a lucky son of a bitch.
Johnny botched.
Yeah. Look, sometimes, I have a good idea. So
Whoa. Okay. Wow, dude, you are so fucking lucky.
So just so we're clear, though, just so everybody knows exactly what happened, that the statue rolled 1d20 plus 10, and beefed it on a 1.
You crit failed it? What was that attempt? That was him trying to hit me. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Okay, so it completely missed then.
Which is on a plus 10. I don't know if you know like how the math works in D&D, but a 20th level character would have a plus 11 because +5 to their highest stat and +6 for proficiency. So this is like not the Tarrasque, but not far.
Okay, fair enough. But the point is, like, a crit fail at a 1 natural 1 is always a miss, right?
Always.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, basically, if you roll a 1, like, you miss everything, and it doesn't matter what level you are, you fucking botch that shit.
Yeah, I'm saying that was the only way he gets out of that, is a botch.
Yeah!
Ronaldo curtsies out of the way seamlessly, and then runs.
Curtsies out of the way?
I'm taking it.
Okay, Johnny, Ronaldo's blasting off again like Team Rocket. Are the people making their way out?
From the door, you can see that at the other end, Danyan is aware of the commotion that's going on near the entrance. He's currently using all his muster, and as a priest with cantrips as well, you can hear him bellowing over the groaning and bear-like noise that's going on to try and usher everybody out another exit of the church. He gives you a knowing glance as you make your way out the front door, and ushers people behind a heavy door that looks like it would be able to withstand some battery. However, judging from your ability to gauge intent, you're pretty sure that these statues are interested in one thing right now, and Rinaldo just stabbed it into the crotch of one of them.
Yeah.
Alright, we're all running, right?
Yeah, I'm running.
That's good, because I was worried, because if, like, the people were being threatened or in danger, like, Anne was going to have to make a last stand to protect them from the monsters. But if they're just going after Rinaldo, yeah, we're going with him.
Rinaldo says, "Peace out, rocks."
Anne yells after Rinaldo, "Hey, I think I solved the mystery of what those golems were. Do you want to hear my theory?"
No, let's run. Oh my god, shut up. Ronaldo takes her by the hand and hurries her along.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess I'll run, jump on his back. We'll do the Master Blaster thing.
Yeah, you have chubby little legs, so let's just, yeah.
All right. As you're moving out of range of the church visibly, you see the front door kind of splinter into several pieces, and emerging behind it, not very quickly, but with some intent, is the headless statue with both arms, kind of trailing behind it these thick cable things. They look like cables, at least, thick, kind of ropey, darkish color, leaving a really unpleasant kind of blackish smear, like a slug trail or something like that, as it sort of lurches out of the doorway of the church.
They're filled with Gorfanax goo?
In your vague general direction, before Rinaldo spins round a corner and sprints out of sight.
Yeah, Allana City secrets us away, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, let's hope that it doesn't have like a homing beacon on the knife.
that would suck balls.
It's a shame I said out loud next to the statues, "Let's go to the herbalist shop." But let's go to the herbalist shop.
Well, that one didn't have a head. I assume it also doesn't have ears.
Look, I don't know how statues work. So,
That's true. Okay, we go to the shop.
yeah.
Okay. So you tumble through the city streets, darting this way and that, and almost as if by magic, or a bunch of the regular dull stuff was skipped, you find yourself at the shop.
Okay.
Okay, we burst in and we have this conversation in fast motion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we explain very quickly what's happening and, catch everyone up.
All right. So Erland says, "You have the knife. You have the fang. Let me see it.
Okay, we also can we West Wing this? Can we walk and talk and get away from the rampaging statues?
We're in the shop. What do you mean? We're leaving?
Yeah, the statues are probably coming for you.
All right. Let's have this conversation as we're walking away. Hold on. I want to do an insight check to Erland before I hand him the
Okay.
the fang. 9.
Oof.
You guys want to do it too?
I feel like I already incited him earlier, and it said like he was earnest.
Things are.
I'll do it if it'll shut you up.
It will. Thank you.
I will too. 18.
Oh yay! I get +1. Hooray! 13.
Austin,
That's me.
you sense that, like, once Erland lays eyes on the fang, you sense that he is deeply concerned. Jess and Leon,
Yeah.
Allana and Rinaldo think they sense pancakes.
I like pancakes.
I say, Ronaldo tried to touch them together, and they made a weird. They turned a weird color and dripped. Is that bad? Also, there are statues chasing us. I know that. I feel like that was clear, but in case not, like, you need to be aware.
He says, given the physical state that it's in right now, it can't be good that anything is reacting to it the way that it is. You see, you have to understand that these things, even though they are a part of it, certain precautions have been taken in order to work against and contain its actual physical presence in this world. Gorfanax isn't really something you want to exist near you.
Agreed.
He's, he picks up the, or he gestures at the orb and says, "There's a reason why the orb is contained, why the orb is a closed unit, that you can't really physically interact with it, that it can't really physically interact with the world. And the fang," and he gestures at the knife and says, "there was a reason why the tooth was contained, and now it's not. And it's sticky."
I just touched the case, so I'm fine, right?
He says, the further away from these things you can stay, probably the better for you, just in general, but we all may have to wind up handling these in the very near future.
Alright, well, let's rally the Squirtle Squad. We need to lift the lockdown so we can evacuate people, and also we should be in motion in case the statues are still following us. So can you explain the next part of your plan as we do that?
Erlen says, "Well, in the first place, I rather doubt that I am in charge of the lockdown anymore. If the Akamorians have as thoroughly infested the city as it was told to me when I was being held at the sanitarium, my gate guards may have been replaced entirely. Of course, that may mean that maybe they might be amenable to us getting out of town, but if you have me with you, I doubt that it's going to be that easy."
Rinaldo is a master of disguise. Maybe he can disguise you. Also, I feel like if we show up at the gate being chased by two scary golems, they will run away or not start shit with us.
You wanna lead the golems to the door.
I didn't, but now I do.
Rinaldo kind of rubs his head and he says, "Erlen, what? All right, let me sort of like cliff notes this. All right, we need to stop Gorfanax. How do we do that very thing now that we have both things?"
He rubs his chin and looks very pensive for a second and says, "I had some ideas before, but now that Lonergan may have done what I think he did, that could change things. Really, I suppose we have one of two choices. One, trying to put Gorfanax back to sleep again. This might not be an option anymore."
Because of Lonergan?
He kind of gestures. You guys are walking and talking at this point in time, right? You've left the herbalist shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts gesturing around to the city. And you've noticed that some of the strange misbehavings that some of the stonework that you've seen close up is beginning to spread. You're seeing, slightly more misshapen rocks, but, buildings that shouldn't necessarily be standing as well as they are because something in their construction has changed. And yet, they kind of persist. Even the road doesn't quite look right. It's almost as if there were like little bubbles that kind of gently push upward and then sort of disappear. In fact, like you take a moment to eye your surroundings, and it almost looks like somebody has drawn a sort of a stylized, cartoonish version of the city, where you recognize it as being a place that you had been like a day ago. But something about it just doesn't feel right anymore.
You assholes thought I was crazy when I burned half this place down. Now who's laughing?
And he starts gesturing to these little anomalies and says, "This is the worst I've seen it in 600 years. Maybe it's Lonergan causing it. Maybe just that it's getting really close to feeding time and it's hungry this year, but putting it to sleep may not be an option, but it's something that we could try."
What is the better option?
He says, "The other option is that perhaps in dealing with Lonergan, we might have a slightly more material presence of Gorfanax that we could attempt to vanquish."
So final boss.
Yeah, I definitely want to kill Lonergan. So I'm with that idea.
Erlen says, you ought to be careful because there's no guarantee that he's just Lonigan anymore.
Oh no, he's a Final Fantasy final boss amalgamation one-winged angel. Definitely.
Well, I have a dagger and stuff. We'll be okay.
Oh, can you explain to us the ramifications of stabbing things with the dagger, specifically stabbing Gorfanax with the dagger, or Gorfanax infected stuff? I don't know if that's good or bad yet. It's not clear.
He stops moving for a second and looks down at the ground pensively, again considering, and shakes his head and says, No, I don't think that would be good at all.
Fuck. Leon probably just gave it like Dragon Ball Z power levels.
I swear to God, if his power attack is over 9,000.
Just tell me what happens.
I have never attempted to attack Gorfanax with a part of Gorfanax before, but the dagger is designed to feed it.
Yeah, so can we feed it itself?
The food that it eats is not directly associated with the physical damage that the creature that you use the fang on.
Did you feed him the potential of the statue's dick?
Okay. Let's rephrase this very quickly. I stabbed Gorfanax with Gorfanax. What happened? Okay.
He says, in a nutshell,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Well, you could have just said that instead of stammering. All right. Look, fine. We need to find Lonigan and draw him out. So I'm down with that. I just don't know, exactly where he is.
Well, he could be dead or Gorfanaxed.
Right, but like his location is what I mean.
Erlen, what do you think we should do to get Lonigan?
Erlen says, well, if he is... He looks crudely at the three of you and says, if he is Gorfanaxed, he may not be on this plane of existence anymore. He may have jumped the dimension. He may be with Gorfanax.
I'm calling it the meat dimension. What do you call it?
He says, I've always just called it Gorfanax.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's fine.
Lord Erlen, keeping it real.
All right. Well, we kind of know a way in to Gorfanax, but I don't know if that... I mean, we were there and we didn't see Lonigan down there, just a thing trying to squeeze us.
Okay, but we don't know if there's a way back if we go through that, so...
No, I don't want to go through it. I'm just saying.
Look, we have certain skills. I throw fire, he smashes stuff, she shoots stuff. What we're not good at is thinking. You need to be that for us.
How do we get to a place in Gorfanax where you think Lonigan might be? I'm not sure I'm saying this right, and that's entirely possible.
Erlen just has this, horrible expression on his face.
Same though.
He's just he can't believe you see a moment of recognition in his face where he can't believe that he's thrown his lot in with you guys.
I have a 3 intelligence. He has a 10 and she has an 11. We're some high school dropouts. Sorry.
Finally, he looks as though he's about ready to say something and says, well, the problem is that Gorfanax is just too big. There's too much of it. It's everywhere and kind of nowhere. If we were to try and get to it through this dimension, the only thing I can tell you is that probably the deeper you go, the better. Which would mean
That's what she said. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
You did not seriously... Oh, God.
I didn't hear you, so I have no idea what's happening right now, but okay.
That's fine. That's good.
Erlen recomposes himself and says, probably the deeper you go, the better. So that would mean the church basement that you found, possibly the quarry, maybe even the dungeons.
The dungeons? What's that?
Yeah.
Under...
He says the city dungeons.
Have we been there?
If that's the place we haven't been yet, then that's where we should go. Because we checked all those other places, and we just found a bunch of rocks and shit.
Well, the one was filled with a tentacle, and one has 2 angry golems. So the other one might have less. It might have more, but it might have less.
I say we go to the dungeons. Can you tell us where it is?
Erlen says, alternately,
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
something that you could possibly try to do is appeal to whatever is left of Lonigan's identity. Maybe taking the fight to somewhere personal to him.
Oh, the thing. The school.
I would say Pikmin Academy, but there are also like 30 battle monks of hatred there.
We don't know that they're still there.
I don't hate that idea, honestly. And also, we're leaving right now, right? Aren't we on our way to the gate?
Yeah, we need to. We all need to evacuate this city.
Mm-hmm. So I think we should try to dress up Lord Erlen, just in case, so that the guards don't recognize him on sight. They might eventually, but we need to see if we can talk our way to get the gate open, get as many people out as possible, and then go to the Pikmin Academy.
That sounds like a plan. The only thing we got to do is there might be Ekamorian guards guarding the gate, so we basically just got to get a mob together and like rush it.
That's one way. I was thinking we just try to smooth talk, maybe bribe, maybe appeal to the fact that the city is melting.
Let's try.
So, are we going to the dungeon place, or are we doing something else?
I think we should go to Pikmin, because this city is just too fucking dangerous, because at any time the ground could split open and 1,000 tentacles could come out and it could be game over.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Last comment before we actually enact this plan. Is there any... I'm saying this to Erlen. Is there any reason we shouldn't take the items out of the city? Is that good or bad or neutral? Because we have them both in our possession, and we're probably going to take them with us. Are there possible bad consequences to that?
He says, in all honesty, things aren't going quite as I had planned, so I wish I could tell you with 100% certainty, but at this point in time, I feel like these things are safer with us than left behind and possibly discovered by somebody who might be meddling in things that they don't understand less than we do.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the gate and see what we see.
All right. So you guys are for sure going to the city gates.
Yes.
I want to get some rioters and just rush it. But let's look at the gate first, like maybe from a distance, and sneak a look and see what we see first.
I'm just curious because I hope that by now, what is it? This is episode 33 or something like
33.
that? This is
Yeah.
33?
Yeah.
Episode 33. I would hope by now that you guys would have observed me as a dungeon master who doesn't necessarily drop a whole lot of useless information.
Yeah, I know the dungeon thing is definitely a route. I just want to say that we know almost nothing about it, and we've been to the Pikmin Academy, so we have like some familiarity with the players and the layout. Also, I really miss Jack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's get in recon distance of the gate and see what we see, and then we could always veer from there.
Okay.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say to the group, I'm gonna be like, how about I go do recon, because I'm the fucking rogue.
Yeah.
And you all chill.
We'll hang back a little bit, but we're still walking there.
Yeah. So, Johnny, when we get there, I'm gonna roll a stealth check to see what the fuck.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Are we there yet? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, let's...
I mean...
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You have a very pleasant walk through the smoky old streets of Stone Root.
Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm gonna stealth this motherfucker. Nice!
Alright, that's good.
18 on the stealthiness.
Hey, Austin.
That's me.
I can't recall right now what... No, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that.
No,
I don't like that at all.
No, we're good. Sorry, I just, I completely forgot something, but then it was right there, so... Allana is free and clear. She is wandering around the gates like she's shopping for real estate, and people are like, "Ooh, are you interested in buying a house? I'm selling."
Yeah, this must be a killer retail market right now, right? For the real estate?
It's a seller's market right now.
Okay.
So in any case, you manage to get in close. You get a good look at everything, and as Erlin had predicted, it looks as though the Akamorian guard has managed to seize control of the gates. Unfortunately, they don't look as though they are quite comfortable in their control of the city yet. So they are keeping very, very close eyes on who it is that wants to leave. Everybody who's appealing to leave. You see, just tons of peasants and commoners who, have loaded up all of their belongings and gone to the gates in hope that they might be able to appeal to the city guard in order to leave and go somewhere that's less on fire. And each group that comes through is being individually interviewed behind closed doors. Some of them, you see, are being rebuffed and sent back into the city. Some of them you never see again.
Oh, God.
So you're not sure if that means that they've been let through or
if they're dead.
Possibly taken away somewhere else for alternative purposes.
How many guards are there?
Managing the crowd of people at the gates, if you wanted to ballpark it, upwards of at least 24.
Okay, how many peasants are there? Because I'm gonna try to do a thing. How many peasants are there, basically?
You've got a good crowd of 60 or 70 peasants, and it seems to be growing at a pretty steady rate.
Okay. When Allana comes back, Rinaldo wants to say, I say we start a riot and we have the peasants rush the gate.
That seems like a very poor idea.
Well, you really think we're going to be able to get Lord Erlin and us, who they all know, through the gate by, a bribe or, witchcraft?
Oof, there's a lot of different things we could do. Allana, were any of the structures wooden? We could start some fires. That's my strategy for most of things.
I don't know. Are there any wooden structures, Johnny, or is it all stone?
There is a component of the gate itself that's actually wood, but there's also a metal portcullis and a reinforcing door that is also metal.
Okay, so I tell Anne this.
But the gates, the gates that open like a big door are wood.
Okay. I mean, that might be some help, but not a lot. I just feel like there's 20, let's say there's 24 of them, that's 24, and there's 60 peasants, but they're unarmed? I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be a massacre.
Yeah, but we'll slip through.
Okay, but that's hurting innocent people.
I honestly don't think that's true. I think 24 people who are armed, and they see some conspicuously armed people and a bunch of people in stone garb, and they will concentrate their attacks there. I say we probably get fucked up. I was thinking maybe we try some fucking ledger main. You walk up with the knife in the orb and holding them close together. It's glowing red and dripping spooky liquid. And you're like, listen, I'm about to do some shit. You back the fuck off. I don't know. I feel like that might be a non-violent and blustery might be the strategy, honestly.
Rinaldo doesn't like taking advice from Anne. I feel like that should be clear. But he says, we'll try it your way first.
No, actually, my idea was stupid. Let's go back to my other idea. Let's leave the golems over here.
We don't know where they are.
We go back to the church.
Oh my god.
And we draw them here. We aggro them, and then we kite them like an MMO.
They're gonna follow me, though, through the gate. We have days' journey to get to the Pikmin Academy. We're gonna have to rest at some point. You understand that?
We'll steal some horses.
Where? Do we see horses?
The 24 guards will probably have to fight the golems.
They're gonna brush right past those guys and come after me.
Let's vote. Okay, let's vote on the plans. Who votes to kite the golems, and who votes to start a mob, and I'm including you, and I'm pointing at the 16 stoner guards who are with us, who will definitely have a majority.
Wait, if the stoner guards are with us, then we can take these guys.
I mean, they're pretty fucked up, but...
Alright, I say we start a riot.
I say we kite the golems. Let's put it to a vote.
What did the stoner guards and Erlin and Allana say? Dr.
Cash Money's vote counts twice.
Johnny, I'm afraid we're leaving this in the hands of NPCs who you control. So, I'm really sorry.
I mean, Johnny will probably just say they're split, and then we'll have to vote.
Yeah, I'm not doing it, guys. I'm not telling you how you're gonna. You've spent this entire fucking episode asking me what you should do next, and I've been gracious.
Okay.
But for flavor, can you say half of them raise their hand for Rinaldo and half for Anne? It's just a funny image. I like it.
Okay, alright. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Half of them, who just look like they'd really love to see a riot, agree with Rinaldo.
Yeah.
And the other half, who look like they're fed up with this bullshit, vote with Anne.
Oh, I love this. Allana hasn't done too much in this campaign. This is her thing.
Yeah, this is where you settle this.
Well, Jess, you got an opportunity to make some enemies here.
Paragon and Renegade, baby. For the record, the mob is the Renegade.
Yeah, I know what the mob is, man. I'm gonna look at both of them, and I'm gonna be like, both your ideas are fucking stupid. But
Oh my god.
I feel like the problem with kiting the golems would be that it would take too long. But I'm afraid of innocent people being killed.
Yeah?
I hate both of you so fucking much.
Do you, Jess, perhaps, do you want maybe a week to think about it?
I would, actually!
Oh my god!
Could you give me a week?
We have to stop now?
This is a good cliffhanger. We just haven't had that much happen. I wish this is, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the cliffhanger is great, but, I mean, we didn't really have a lot happen, but at the same time, like, it will have listeners go, oh shit, what is she gonna do?
And then we'll have a vote in. Call 1-800-FUCK-STONE-ROOT. Press 1 for Riot and 2 for Golems.
Actually, you know what? When I retweet this episode from Austin on Sunday,
Oh, no, wait. There's a way easier way to do this. I'll just do a Twitter poll. The functionality is way easier.
This is some straight up bullshit. I just want to say that out loud right now, and please leave that in. We're supposed to, make decisions.
I mean, obviously, I would prefer if we just did not do that, but I guess it's out of my hands.
Are we done?
This is going to be either the most infuriating episode or, the iconic one that everyone's like, remember when they did that shit? That was nuts.
It's pretty bullshit, but I kind of love it. I kind of do.
If you're listening to this, years from now, after this is all, resolved, and you're, you're just catching up on the archive, I'm really jealous of you being able to find out immediately how this worked out. The wait is going to kill me.
Next time on Dice Funk.
The banker cracks his knuckles and looks on each side to the muscle that he's brought to the meeting. He opens his mouth, and his dry, raspy voice begins. Well, really, I think probably for people in your situation, a fixed mortgage would be better than a variable one.
Rinaldo gets the vote back. It goes against him, but he starts a riot anyway, because that's totally what I'm going to do.
You fucking dick.
Rinaldo is not going to be, follow. He does what he wants. This is bullshit.
Hey guys, you remember that decision I didn't make last week? Well, thank God I didn't, because Gorfanax is gonna eat us all anyway.
What was that guy's name in Rotswalt with the eye patch? We never really got his story. I'm really curious about his backstory and his character flaws and just his whole general scene. I hope we get more of him. That was a serious question. What was that guy's name?
I've got it written down here if you really want me to look it up.
All I remember is that Rinaldo did a sexy dance for him, and then he gave him the finger gun salute.
As always, our theme song is A Fistful of Nickels, the overclocked remix arrangement of Shadow's theme from Final Fantasy VI. Executive producers for the month of May 2016 are Joseph Tombrello, Ingmar Gremin, Fint de Jong, King Waza, Zenith Will Rule, James Bevan, Luke Powers, The Cult of Gorfanax, Michael Goodell, Wayne Witzke, Brent, Jason, Cameron Abbas, Ariel Badger Release, Neil, Exley, Gary Sayon, Dashon the Rage Monster, Carl, Harrison Andrew, Jade, Tarka, Jorit, Vigar Arnston, Anna Stuhlfarer, Dylan, Giorgio Renna, Christopher Charlo, Cody Jackson, August Rue, and Taylor Hoyt. If you want to support the show, you can always subscribe to us on Podbean, rate us on iTunes, or follow any of our various social networks. If you want to help even more, you can become a patron of Leon's at patreon.com/renegadecut, or find Jess at patreon.com/foolsgold, or me at patreon.com/austinyorski. If you want to support Johnny, send your most heinous death threat to Sean at channelawesome.com.